That's a big piece of President Donald Trump's agenda, doing away with the U.S. Department of Education.
Layoffs at the department began this week with plans to let go a total of 1,300 employees, or almost half the workforce. The U.S. Department of Education distributes federal money to schools all around the country. Alabama relies heavily on that money. State School Superintendent Mackey says there has already been at least one funding disruption. WSFA 12 News reporter Simon Schussler sat down with Mackey and has the story new at 10.
As cuts to the U.S. Department of Education were announced Tuesday, State Superintendent Dr. Mackey wasn't too worried. After all, the department had said there would be no funding disruptions. That attitude shifted on Wednesday after staff tried to pull out $9 million in federal funds.
There were funding disruptions. So the portal we pull money down from, the G5 portal, was closed.
The portal came back on after a few hours with no explanation, leaving the state confused and in the dark to the cause. Dr. Mackey explains a lot of this federal money goes to vulnerable populations.
This is money that American taxpayers have paid into the system. Congress has said that money goes to support children in our schools, primarily special education, and Title I funds are what we're unable to draw down today for a while. And, you know, that pays for teachers' salaries.
According to Mackey, this outage is unprecedented. The state has the reserves to withstand future outages, but only for a short time.
We have not just seen an interruption like this before. For there not to be any notice and then to be disruption. And even after being said there won't be any disruption did cause a little anxiety around our department today and for me personally. If we went for a quarter and didn't get money, this could be a real problem for the state.
Our crews caught up with Governor Ivey before the outages this morning, and she spoke in favor of the cuts to the Department of Education. Ivey says she believes in shrinking government where we can and that she's confident state and local officials can handle the job of educating our young people, Mark.
All right, Simon Schussler tonight for us. Thank you. By the way, only Congress can fully eliminate the U.S. Department of Education. If that were to happen, most of the department's services would go away, but much of the funding that states rely on would still be available, albeit with different distribution systems.